channel. Today we're going to be talking about reasons why you should think if Germany is the right country for you to immigrate to. And so to begin, do not come to Germany if you do not want to learn German. And the main reason I would say for this point is because it will be very difficult for you to secure yourself a job in Germany if you cannot speak German. The only advantage of you not speaking German is if you're working in an international company, for example, IT. But if you look to work in a normal place like a hospital, maybe in a supermarket, you would have to know and be able to communicate in German. Second point, do not come to Germany if you cannot follow simple rules or keep time. Germans are very strict when it comes to timekeeping. If you had agreed to meet at 3 p.m., they will be there at 3 p.m. on the dot, and even maybe 10 to 15 minutes earlier. I know, for example, where I'm from, if we say we're meeting at 3, sometimes it means 4 p.m. So Germans perceive this as a very rude behavior if you keep coming late, and it's simply not acceptable. If you're supposed to be somewhere at 3, then you should be there at 3 and keep time. If you're supposed to be there at 6 a.m., you should be there some minutes before the and that point is, do not come to Germany if you are a very sensitive person who cannot take critique. This is something that I myself had a very hard time getting accustomed to, because Germans are very direct people. If something is not right, they will tell you there and then. They do not wait or beat around the bush. They will tell you there and then. And if you're not used to this kind of attitude, you kind of take it like an attack or ambush, but it's very normal in Germany. If you are a very sensitive person, then you will be having a very hard time accepting this kind of attitude. But it's the way it is, and I think also I have come to accustom myself and get used to it, because I think things get clear fast. Do not come to Germany if you are the kind of person who is too dependent on family and friends, or you're the kind of person who needs a very, very strong circle of friends, because everybody in Germany is very busy. Your social life kind of changes when you come here, and you cannot also always pop it to your friend's house without having asked if they have time or if they're at home, because that's also kind of rude. Yeah, so if you're the kind of person who wants to see your friends 4 times in a week, I'm sorry, but it will be very difficult for you. People do have social contacts, don't get me wrong, but this strong bond where you always on the phone with your friends, or you're always meeting every now and then, is not the thing in Germany. People tend to keep to themselves, maybe not because they want to, but because everybody is actually really busy, and the day-to-day life in Germany does not allow for such kind of social connections. So if you are this kind of a person who really needs this kind of connection, then Germany might not be the right country for you. Also, do not come to Germany if you cannot endure a very high cost of living. Germany is a first world country and the pay is nice, but it comes with a price. There is a very high cost of living. By that I mean like the rent, the cost of things in the supermarket, the food that we eat here, everything is generally expensive. So if you come to Germany with the mentality that, let's say maybe you will be earning 1,000 euros and you expect to be saving 800 euros per month, my friend, I'm sorry, but the cost of living in Germany is very high. We pay for everything, taxes, you pay for the TV that you watch, the radio that you listen to, you pay for your dustbin, you pay for the electricity bills, the water, everything. It's generally very expensive in Germany. So if you're not ready to pay the price, which is the high cost of living, then maybe Germany is not the right country for you. And in connection to this, also you cannot evade taxes in Germany. So if you're not ready to pay your taxes together with the high cost of living, then maybe Germany is not the country for you. My 6th point is that do not come to Germany if you need a lot of sunshine. We do not have that in Germany. We have more cold days than sunny days, and Actually, Germany gets 136 days of sunshine. So do the math, how many months are those? Maybe 3 months at most. And the winters are very, very cold, I would say. I personally live in the Alps, and it's not funny during winter, no. And there's also something called winter depression, and it's real. Winter depression is real, and during winter is the time where I personally think, oh my god, I'm going to pack all my suitcases and go back home, because it's quite depressing. Imagine waking up at 6 a.m. to go to work, it's dark, and then you come back maybe at 6 p.m. and it's still dark. It does something to you. So if you're the kind of person who needs sunshine or many days of sunshine in order for you to be up and about energetically, then maybe Germany is really not the right country. Also, do not come to Germany if you expect cheap labor. Labor is quite expensive in Germany. The Germans do most of the things themselves, like house repairs, painting, changing their car tires, and because the cost of labor in Germany is too high, and if you want to save the money, and remember that I told you about the high cost of living, then you would have to do these yourself, the DIYs. So yeah, if you expect that to come to Germany and let's say for example have a baby and then look for a house help who you will be paying monthly, it's not possible. You have to stay home and do it yourself, because the cheap labor, it's not available, it's too expensive. So if you're the kind of person also who is not handy, who cannot take a hammer and a nail or paint your own apartment or house, then Germany is not the place for you. Also, please do not come to Germany if you are loud and obnoxious. Germans hate this. And a perfect example that I have, which I'm also a victim of, is, for example, how we make phone calls. I don't know why, but we come out a little too loud, and Germans do not like this. And to insist on this point, they actually have a rule whereby it's called the Ruhezeiten, and that's from 10 p.m. at night until I think around 7 or 6 a.m. in the morning, whereby you're supposed to be, nobody should be hearing you from your house or from your apartment, or you cannot play music too loud. And if you do this and it irritates your neighbor, they will actually call the police on you. So if you're the kind of person who is too loud and you're disturbing the peace, then this is not the place for you. You will get in trouble with your neighbors, you will get in trouble with the authorities most probably. So if you're loud and obnoxious, then Germany is also not the place for you. So thanks for your company, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and share this video with your friends. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.